Hey, noble ones, what a pleasure. Noble ones, I need to change your name because you don't deserve it. It's not like you found one. You found 2 articles. And the articles but how do you find these? That's what I don't, I always thought I was the one that needed professional help, but I honestly think you need professional help. You need therapy because this isn't normal. And I imagine already what you're saying. You're like, well, yeah, the articles are horrible, but it's not like it's the fault. It's not like the noble ones are the ones who are writing it. I know, but you're the ones who are finding it, which means that from your brain, you're thinking of a prompt to write on the search engine within the machine to find the art. And I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you do it. That's what you did to me. You're ruining my life. Article number 1, let's go. All right, so the first article that you found today, is called Top 10 Jousting Facts. And there is not a chance in heaven and hell that I'm gonna go through all 10 facts. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna choose randomly 2 facts. And I mean, what are the chances that the 2 facts that I find, that I choose, are horrible? What did jousters wear? Here we go. A knight would wear a metal helmet and a heavy suit of armour, which could take I hate you. Which could take an hour to put on. Who wrote this article again? Kara. There you go. Dear Kara, I'm not saying that everyone on this green planet Earth needs to understand thoroughly how medieval armor, out of all things, worked. I mean, it's absolutely fine. When you look at you look like a successful businesswoman, probably full of money. You got your millions. You're on this expensive boat living your life. You don't need to know about medieval armor. That's fine. Well, perhaps if you write an article about jousting, one would expect you to know at least a thing or 2, but whatever. This is a matter of logics. This is not even a matter of, I know nothing of the medieval period. Think about it. Okay, think about it. 1 hour. You know Formula 1 cars? So you're driving, you're a pilot, you're Schumacher, you're driving, and then you're like, hey, I need to change my wheels. So let's go into the pit stop. So you go into the pit stop, you stop, and there you've got the people that's what they do. I don't know what they're called, but that's what they do. They've got the wheels, and when you arrive, they go, remove the wheel, done, and you go, right? The pilot is just there waiting. Great. That's squires in the medieval period. So you got the noble one, whom, just like the pilot of a Formula 1 car, stays there, just in a classier way, and he's just waiting. And then you've got all the squires that's what they do. They're really good at it, and they're very fast. So, whatever. Even if you had the stupidest, most incompetent squire-page combination in the entirety of medieval Europe, let's say that's me, okay? I'm a knight, and my squire is a moron. Okay? Can you imagine me having to stand still for an hour? 60 minutes to do what? Is the squire making a painting of me? Is that why I need to stand? I'm gonna get like muscle atrophy. I'm already sweating. You're gonna kill me with these articles. I mean, then just think about it. A full hour. We're gonna do a thought process now because that's what you deserve. And it's gonna take an hour. Let's imagine with me, we got a little left greave. So you open it, done. You put it over my shin, right, on the left. So maybe the squire got confused. Well, where is the left, right? Okay, gets confused, we lose 15 seconds. So he puts it back on. It's already in place because these are pressure plates. That's how they work. And then leather strap number 1. Leather strap number 2. Done. How long did that take? 25 seconds. Okay, maybe they got a little hungry. So let's say that they needed to take a little McDonald's break. And I'm going to order McDonald's right now because we're going to simulate this. I'm going to take my phone. I'm going to order McDonald's. Here we go. The other side, so, not a sponsor. Thank you. We're going to take, this isn't the night. The squire is waiting now. We just got 1 greave. Enjoy. It's going to take, we've got an hour to kill, so might as well. I bet if I put these somewhere in the chest in the Middle Ages, and then you open that chest, it'll still look like this. 600 years after yeah. Want one? I don't want to got time. An hour. Want one? No, yeah. Come on. Very nice. Right. Break finished. Where were we? Oh yeah, second greave. Let's go. So we take the second greave, we open it. Great. Now we put it back on the shin. It's alright. The leather strap number 1, leather strap number 2. How long was that? 5 minutes. We got, what, 55 to kill? Goodness gracious. Do you like Amiga 500? Yeah? Wanted to have a little Defender of the Crown break? Alright, let's go play. Gosh, I told you we should have attacked brown. It is what it is. Okay, let's go. Mail shirt. Let's put on the mail shirt. So I'm taking the mail. Well, he's taking the mail. I'm just standing like an idiot. Then I go, raise your arms, put the thing. Great. Wow, okay. It's not going down a little bit. Wait. Yeah, put on a little weight, McDonald's. So pull it a bit. Okay, great. Now the shirt of mail is on, how long did that take? Wonderful. Still have a little bit of a drink because, of course, the ice has melted and, I love the Ice Age. Okay, so is it time for the breastplate? Let's go. We got, still have a little time to work. It's only 1 hour. So breastplate, go from the side and then you connect it. Great. On the left, little leather straps. Okay. Fitting well, yeah. Double checking. Yes, great. How long have we got yet? 40 minutes. That's what I mean. 1 hour. Cara. That was fact number one. Let's see if we got another one. Gonna be a long video and that's what you deserve. With all your likes and clicks and comments and then share it and watch until the end and all that nonsense. Forcing me to make these videos. No comments. No comments. No likes. No shares. Nothing. Now let me tell you that after all of this reading, I think that if there is one thing we could all benefit from is a little therapy, which is why I think it's a great opportunity to speak about the sponsor that made this video possible, BetterHelp. Now, BetterHelp connects you with a licensed therapist who is trained to listen and give you helpful, unbiased advice. One of the reasons why I decided to at least try BetterHelp as a platform and as a system is because of the recent loss that I had with, losing my mum. And I thought, this is a great opportunity to try and find a therapist, not only because I can, receive some help when it comes to grieving and processing the loss. The therapist was very nice, very kind. She helped me understand how grieving works. And one of the things that I learned, for example, is how we do something called bargaining, which is when you start telling yourself about the could have, would have, and should have. That's something I was totally doing, and she really helped me understand that it was something that a lot of people go through. And the thing I liked the most from my personal experience with BetterHelp is the questionnaire that they start you with. So it's basically they're going to ask you a lot of questions to try and find a perfect match for you, and they did a fantastic job for me. If what you want is a very clinical, professional person and type of therapy, they'll do it. But some people might want, perhaps you're a Christian and you want a Christian-based therapy, they also offer that. So personally, I had a fantastic experience with BetterHelp, and that's why I decided to recommend it and accept a sponsorship. You can use BetterHelp from your phone or your computer, via phone call, video, even chat, whatever way you feel most comfortable. And you will be matched to a therapist usually within 48 hours. So let BetterHelp connect you to a therapist that can support you. All from the comfort of your own home. Visit betterhelp.com/Metatron or choose Metatron during sign up and enjoy a special discount on your first month. And thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring my video. Did knights ever cheat? All knights were supposed to believe in chivalry, a code of honor, bravery and loyalty, but some did cheat by having their armor bolted to their horses. Others used jousting tournaments as a cover for murder. Now, first of all, I have to say I love the choice of the picture that represents a cheater, I suppose. I mean, look at the face. That is the face of a cheater. But here's the thing. So yeah, it's true that sometimes some knights used the fact that they're having like a jousting tournament, whatever, tourney, and they're like, oh, I really dislike that guy because he looked at my wife the way I didn't. I don't appreciate that. So they actually did it to try and kill the guy. That did happen. But the idea that it's cheating to bolt, so things were bolted. Like you could bolt your helmet to your breastplate. That was done, absolutely, for safety. And other times they would, I'm gonna have to ask Jason Kingsley because I'm not an expert, but I'm saying like I do remember reading some people did bolt themselves onto the. But even if they did, I'll have to double check it. But even if they did, there wouldn't be cheating, because what you're trying to achieve with the joust is not to dismount your opponent. I mean, occasionally it did happen, but what you're trying to do to score points is to break your lance on their shield, Sometimes it happened on their face, which is why they wear helmets. But I mean, breaking the lance, whether you're bolted or not, it's still achievable. So at the end of the day, I think it was more of some sort of like safety measure. If it did happen, I would have to double check that. But honestly, I've had enough with this article. So I'm just going to move to article number 2. And it's about Rome. Of course it is. Of course you would find one about. Not even one comment. Not even one. But you know the comment first? No. Nothing. 15. You're out of your mind. Unusual facts about Rome to discover. Yeah, let's discover it. Estelle, let's see what you can tell me about my country. 15 facts about Rome. Rome was not the first, but the third capital of Italy after Turin and Florence. Okay, well, we're not starting too badly. Yeah, of course, when we talk about Italy as a modern country, you know, in the mid-18th century when it was actually instituted as a modern country, then yes, Rome wasn't the first. I think it happened like, I don't remember the dates exactly, but I think it was like 1861, and then after 10 years, in 1871, that's when Rome was actually chosen as the capital. But then again, I mean, if I really wanted to be pedantic, which it's my second name, I could say that Rome was indeed the first capital of the Roman kingdom in the 8th century, whenever it was founded, BC, and then it was of course the capital of the Republic and the capital of the Empire. But yeah, I mean, they're not wrong. They're not wrong. So I appreciate that. Let's go. Prostitutes in Rome, I knew it. Prostitutes in Rome were required to have blonde hair to be recognized. I've already spoken about this when I was debunking another video, but I guess we can mention it briefly again since that's the article you sent. Perhaps you didn't watch that, but this idea that Roman prostitutes had to wear blonde wigs as a law is not true. I mean, it's a myth that is based. We do know that there is a mention of blonde wigs coming from Germania, Germany, and it's mentioned in Ovidius, but there is no mention of any connection to prostitutes. In fact, in this very famous passage, all he's saying is that Roman women really liked buying these blonde wigs because they thought they were fashionable, and so they bought them. There was a commerce in Rome of these wigs of natural hair from Germanic tribes coming into Italy for women. And this idea of having them in connection with prostitutes is just because of a misunderstanding of a passage talking about a specific character in fiction that happens to wear a wig as a sort of disguise, but there is no connection. And yes, she was pretending to be a prostitute, but that wasn't because blonde hair was connected to it, so that's wrong. Next one. Of course there was something wrong, otherwise why would you have sent it to me? SPQR is a Latin phrase honoring the Roman Senate and people. Senatus Populusque Romanus. Hey, well, she's just got a couple of points. She's growing on me. She indicated the long vowels in Latin, which I do appreciate. Maybe this article is actually not lost. Well done. Well done. There you go. Yeah. I spoke too soon. Urine was used as a mouthwash and teeth whitener in Rome. As I mentioned, once again, on another video that perhaps not all of you watched, so I'll cover it briefly, but I'll leave a link since already 2 points. I mean, that's quite a lot of commonalities. But this idea that urine was used as a mouthwash in ancient Rome, it is mentioned in the sources by Diodorus Siculus, by Strabo, among others, but they're talking about barbarians. They're talking about other people. Did the Romans mention it? Yes. Did the Romans do it? Not that we know of. In fact, they were quite disgusted by this practice. It's a myth. Every night, 3,000 euros is collected in the Trevi fountain and donated to a Catholic charity to help needy families. But to be honest, I haven't got a clue. It's not, I can't know everything, but it sounds quite strange to me to think that exactly 3,000 euros are collected from the Trevi Fountain. I think they're talking about the fact that people drop money, coins, but I mean, that would be very strange, to say the least. It sounds like almost conspiracy theory level that every single night it's gotta be 3,000 euros. So if only 2,000 were put in there, you're gonna be forced, put upside down, held from your feet. Next one, Romans have one rule. One rule. It's a lawless country, but Romans have one rule. Let's see what the rule is. No cappuccino after 11 a.m. or after meals. Only espresso is allowed. Gosh, okay, so this... Yeah, let's talk about it a little bit and then I'll take you to the cafe and we'll have a cappuccino just to prove them wrong. But anyways, it's not a rule and we're not talking about being allowed, but in general, everywhere in Italy, if you go to a cafe, so what we call bar, and you order a cappuccino, it's usually considered within Italian culture as something you drink in the morning for breakfast. So considering breakfast is the most important of all meals, and we drink the cappuccino after breakfast or during breakfast. Already the fact that you say that we don't drink cappuccino after a meal is wrong. But anyways, that's just me being pedantic, once again. But this idea, is it true that it's little bit frowned upon in some places if you ask for a cappuccino after lunch, if you have eaten like a full dish of spaghetti with tomato sauce. Well, yeah, because I mean, in our culture, that's a little weird, but not being allowed, only espressos allowed is nonsense. Like my wife, being American, sometimes she wants a cappuccino and it's a little later, like maybe it's midday, maybe it's even in the afternoon. And depending on who she gets when it comes to the actual barista, sometimes they will be like, yeah, sure, and they'll just make a cappuccino for her. Other times they might be like, a cappuccino, oh, it's not good for you, like it's heavy on your tummy. But if you insist, they'll do it. I imagine there might be that occasional barista who is so mad at their life and they just had horrible, they have a horrible life, they're really pissed, they do not want to be there, and then here you are, the tourist. You go in there and you're like, hey, can you make me a cappuccino at 6 p.m? And they're like, you know what? No. Yeah, I'm sure it can happen, but it's not like they're pointing it, like they're making it like it's a rule. We Italians usually don't do it. We tend to drink milk-based drinks with a lot of milk, because I like having a macchiato, so putting a little bit of, this has become a video about Italian coffee culture, but whatever. I like having a little bit of milk, steamed milk in my coffee, even when I take it in the afternoon. That's just me, nothing wrong with that. But it's not true that only espresso is allowed. As Italians, we usually don't drink cappuccino late, like in the afternoon, but you can. It's not like it's a freaking... Anyways, let's go to the cafe. Ancient Romans loved to eat and had amazing customs like vomiting to eat more. What's amazing? I mean, you have a problem with adjectives, my friend. What's amazing? What amazes you? What is so amazing about vomiting after eating? Anyways, is this true? Yes, but the fact that she's saying that it's ancient Romans that makes it sound like the entirety of the population, rich, poor, and middle class, they would just do this. You know, eat a little bit of your Roman food and then wow, you throw everything up. No, it's something that is mentioned in the sources. They never say who. Seneca. You're welcome. So Seneca does mention the fact that some extremely wealthy Romans, so the upper class, and generally speaking, he's also talking about emperors. Some people did this, not all emperors, but he's referring to a few very select amount of people that had lots of food coming from like faraway lands and places with crazy spices, and then they say they eat so they may vomit, and they vomit so they may eat. But it's not spoken as something, wow, look how cool. No, it's seen as a waste. So it's like, look at these rich assholes. I mean, we can sort of relate to that, wasting all of that food where there are so many people starving. And also the idea that it's like, it's disgusting because vomiting is not nice. So in any age, by the way, imagine even in the Stone Age, if you resurrect someone from the freaking Chalcolithic period, or the Mesolithic period, should I say, and they're like, hey, do you like vomit? No? Okay, thank you. Go back to hell. Some very rich people did it, but they were not praised for it. In fact, they were accused of being. Yeah, anyway, so I'm not going to read the rest of this because I've had enough. And I hope that this is going to be the last of these episodes, because otherwise you're going to kill me. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe. Alright, noble ones, but I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember thumbs up, and don't forget to take advantage of the offer that BetterHelp has got for you by clicking the link in the description box. Thank you very much for watching, and remember, the Metatron has spread his wings. Goodbye.